I'm the guy who doesn't believe much until I see it work. And I, a couple years, well, about 5 months ago, I was in really bad shape. Had been through the hospital for a month, and then outpatient rehab, and then inpatient rehab. And I had a fall in the kitchen floor, and it turned out with a hematoma on my butt that was about the size of a baseball.
Wow.
And I couldn't walk, I couldn't stand, I couldn't sit. I just laid on my side in bed and looked up in the sky and said, or in the room, and said, God, I didn't want to be leaving this world in this situation. There's got to be something better. I got to get healed. And well, we talked to a surgeon, and he finally drained the blood out of my butt, and 6 vials of blood. I mean, it was really an interesting thing. But I started to recover, and I was going after outpatient rehab. Started going to our community pool, and at that time I was overweight, 225 going to 230 in a hurry. And I was breathing hard. And a lot of it was my belly was so big I couldn't bend over and tie my shoes without losing my breath. My blood clots and blood pressure fluctuations, and everybody was counting me out. My children were coming to visit me because they thought they were going to be my last visit. I was sitting at the pool, and after getting in the water and splashing around, and this lady walked into the pool, and I didn't know who she was. Saw her. She came over at the other side of the pool, sat down on the chase lounge. And then after a while, she started talking, and we started talking, and it turned out to be Jan Graham. Well, Jan was showing me these pieces of paper with stem cells and all this other kind of stuff. And I didn't believe a word she said. I mean, I did not, but I'm going to take, I don't have any other choices. I am going to follow this stem cell thing. And just like I did when I was an alcoholic, and I said, if I follow AA to the T and it fails, then I know AA is no good. Well, now I'm sober 31 years, so I guess AA wasn't very good for me, but I followed the procedures. So I took that approach. So I started saying, okay, count me in. Let me buy all of the stuff that I have to have, and so I signed up, started using the patches. Well, I didn't know what was going to happen because I've been used to getting injections. Now I'm going to put a patch on, and all of a sudden, about 2 days later, I'm in the pool doing my exercises now, and I said, I feel different. I feel like I got a sense of serenity that I hadn't had before, and I don't have all these worries about me. I said, in fact, I feel younger, and and then I noticed that I don't have pain every day. So I've gone almost 3 months without having back pain, and I'm still don't have back pain. And I started looking at some of the other patch processes or diagrams and stuff like that, and I said, I got to get rid of this belly fat. So I started with the 3-day process, three patches, Aeon and SP6 complete and glutathione. And lo and behold, after a couple of weeks, I look down and I see my toenails. I hadn't been able to see my feet. And I say, holy mackerel, something's happening. So I've gone from 225 to this morning I was 191. My goal is to be 185. That's what I was when I graduated from college. I got muscle definition that I didn't even know I had around my shoulders, my arms. I feel young. I feel really young, and 10 years younger, in fact. So the belly fat is gone. I went from a 40-inch waist plus. I mean, it was one of those things where you had to suck your belly in and try to hope that the button would hold before it popped. And today, I think I can get into 36 because
Wow.
38s are falling off my waist. And so I got a wardrobe that needs to be exchanged out. Now, I've done this before. Used to have small, medium, and large clothes in the hanger, and now I'm going to say, well, I don't have to worry about that. I got the patches. I don't have to worry about it because my appetite has been controlled, and my weight is easier to control, and I'm very happy. One thing that happened just recently, I've still, even with all the rehab, I haven't been able to get my left leg completely healed because the left toe, big toe, drags and catches things as I walk around. Well, the toe hit the edge of the garage, between the garage and the driveway. It opened up blood. Looked like there was a piece of flesh hanging off. I'm by myself. I just put $11,000 light rug into the house, and I'm unable to limp across to the bathroom, the closest bathroom, because I'm bleeding,
You
and
know,
I don't want to ruin the rug. So finally, I got to the bathroom, wrapped it up, and then I'm going to go to the bathroom where we had first aid stuff. Well, I went there. There was nothing but a little Band-Aid, and I said, this isn't going to work. So I got some gauze, put it around it, and tighten it up a little bit with Scotch tape. And I said, I've been listening to these people putting X39s all over the place. I said, I'm going to put it on my toe. The bleeding stopped, in about an hour. The next morning, I felt no pain whatsoever in that toe. And I said, well, I'm a believer.
yeah.
Why can't I make everybody else believe? So that's really where I am now. I'm happy. I got my life under control. I got serenity, and I pray to God every day that this continues the way I feel.
One thing you told me is you also damaged your shoulder.
Well, I was in the military for 20 years, and when I was a youngster, I went to ranger school and jump school, and had a few, 30 some jumps out of an airplane. Well, the jump's not bad. It's when you hit, and it really hurts. And sometimes it's a heavy hit because but the shoulders were sore. I tried to be a baseball player, but I threw my shoulder out when I was a teenager, and it's continued to hurt. I've had right knee replacement, left hip replacement, and so I'm just a piece of metal walking, and but I don't have pain. That's amazing. That's the thing that I like about it.
He's been using the X39 stem cell activation patch, and I believe I understood for 3 months. Is that right, Thomas? 3
Yeah.
months?
I've been using it right at the beginning because I looked at it and I said, well, stem cells have to be activated. Some patch has to be the activator, the engine that drives the train. So I put that on, even though I was doing the tummy reduction and the 3-day process over and over again until I got results. And once I started seeing results, I said, well, I'm going to continue on and see how far we can go. I see people my age with bellies that look like they're going to bounce off the turf. And I said, this is so simple. I mean, to do it.